Okay, so hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to explain to you, show you how I record my videos. Very simple. A few people have commented that they like my guitar sound and they think the production on the sound on the video is very good. So I just thought I'll show you, and it's actually very easy and very achievable to do. So I'm just gonna delve straight in there and show you what to do. So the first thing I do is I use Final Cut Pro as to edit the videos together. So what I'm gonna do is I got it up here, and I made a video this morning of me jamming over some jazz fusion. So I'm gonna just show you how I would put it together. So the first thing I'll do is I'll record over the backing track. So in this instance I downloaded the backing track off YouTube and then downloaded the audio file onto, at the moment I'm using AmpKit. I think it's pretty reasonably priced, and some of the sounds are pretty good. All the sounds are good. So with that I'll actually get the file and put it in there. So let me go on to iTunes here. Here's old iTunes, which is not loading up. That's loading up, and it's should be somewhere. There you go, Spacey Fusion Guitar in C# minor. So what I do is I drag that in there, and there you go, just dragged it in, and then I will record myself. Here it is. You can actually hear it there. Quite nice sort of sound there. So what I'll do is I'll practice a couple of times. Sometimes with some of the videos I would try not to practice too much, because I like to have some spontaneity. I like that kind of performance where you're trying to go for that little bit of magic. Anyway, so what I do is I record myself playing that onto the amp kit, and then when it's done and I'm happy with the performance, I will then take that audio file and put it into Garageband. So here we have Garageband, and I will just get up a new, let's go to a new file there, new, and we don't want to save that. So I'll get a new one, choose this one, and then I will just record using a microphone or line input, because I'm going to drag the audio file in. So what I'll do then is, first of all I will find my backing track, which is the Spacey Jam in C# minor, and then I'll just drag that in. There you see, I've got my backing track there. Just wait for it to load up there, it takes a while. There we are, nice. And then I will go and find the recording that I was happy with. So today I did this jam. I did it, I only did it once. I did it yesterday, one time. I wasn't very happy with how I played it, so I did this one here. And the thing about AmpKit is you can't actually, for some bizarre reason, you can't just click on the audio file and drag it in. You have to put it onto your desktop. I'm not sure why. There might be a reason, there might be a way around it. I don't know what that is. I'm not very good with technology, so all of this has taken me like 1 year to do all of this, learn this. So I'm very slow. So there it is, it's on the desktop there. And then what I do is I will then drag that into Garageband. Here we are. And then just put that. The good thing is the audio will automatically sync up with the backing track, because they're the same lengths and they were both, and because it's recorded into AmpKit, it's fine. There you go. I just take off the metronome and the count in because I don't need that. I'll just press play and listen to it. So you know, that's kind of sounding pretty good. What I like to do now is I'll just look at the guitar part. And then I'll just come down here. I like to, I don't do anything with the EQ. I keep the EQ all in the center. I like to go to stereo spread, and it does something. It sort of kind of pushes the guitar around the backing track. I really like this kind of sound. So pretty much every video I made in the last, maybe in the last 6 months, probably longer, I've used this stereo spread. Just I like what it does with the sound. I don't know if you can hear. So then I'll just, mainly now it's just to get the levels right. So sometimes like you want the backing track down a bit, and you obviously don't want it too loud because it'll start clipping. If it goes into the red, like now it's gone into the red, so I know I'm gonna have to turn it down a little bit, and then turn this one down a little bit. So sometimes it takes a few minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes to move it around to get it where I want it to be. But this is pretty good where I want it to be. The levels are pretty good. I'm quite enjoying that. And because I recorded for AmpKit, I already have a reverb on the guitar. I don't really want to. Some of my early videos, the guitars are doused in reverb, and it doesn't sound too good. So I try. Sometimes depending on what kind of sound I want, I'll add some reverb. But for this, because I quite like the sound already. Sorry, just gonna have a little drink there of fizzy water. I'm not gonna add the reverb, so I'm good. I'm happy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just share that into iTunes. So we click on share, song to music, and I'm gonna call it Space Jam. I can call it anything, but I'll call it Space Jam. And then I'm just gonna share, and it's gonna bounce down, and we're gonna have to wait like 30 seconds to a minute, and just the guitar I use. So now that we have our video and audio nicely tucked up in Final Cut Pro, now it becomes a difficult job of trying to sync up the video with the audio. And I do it manually. I like to do it myself. So sometimes I will know there's a certain point in the song which will match up with the audio. Sometimes it takes like an hour to do. Sometimes I can do it in like 2 minutes. Luckily for me, in this video, when I press the record button on the computer to record the guitar, my son actually pressed the record button on the phone, and we did it at the same time. We didn't plan it, it just happened that way. So now that I drag both of them in and I just press play, I'm going to press play now, and you can see what I mean. You can see automatically the audio and the video are synced up. And what's the chances of that happening, huh? That's pretty remote, huh? I wish it would be that easy every time. Sometimes you can be there for like a half an hour and a half trying to get these sounds, like the audio and the video, to sync up. So that's it, and once that's done, and you might want to add some effects in. For this video I'm not going to add any effects in because it's just like a simple jam. Some other videos I make a bit more complicated, like for example you might have 2 or 3 different videos of different guitar parts, and then you need to stack them on top of each other. That would be a different video. This is just how basically how I record the videos, and you might notice it's actually very simple. And sometimes the simplest approach. So the first step is, how am I recording the guitar? So basically we've got the Ibanez here. This is an RG570 Prestige Ibanez, left-handed. I bought this one from Shanghai about 9 to 8 years ago. You see it's a little bit beaten up. I did a couple of gigs where I went a bit crazy and spun it around my head. You see the volume control's fallen off. I had a whammy bar, but I'm pretty sure the band I was in, one of the people in the band stole it because they didn't want me to use it. And I did go to buy a whammy the other day, and I came home ready to use it and it didn't fit. So I kind of got used to not using whammy bars. It's good because I'm not really a big whammy bar fan. So we go through here. This guitar goes into here. This is plugged into the laptop. And then I'm going into AmpKit for the guitar software sounds. And then I'm actually recording straight. I'm not recording into Garageband. I'm recording into AmpKit, the audio sound with the backing track. And then after, which I'll explain to you now, and then I'll drag the audio and the backing into GarageBand, and then I will mix them in GarageBand, maybe add some reverb. Sometimes, if you're lucky, some of the recordings you can get the whole performance is perfect, but sometimes it doesn't happen. So the good thing about technology is you can take 2 or 3 performances and then you can stitch them together. And I've done that a couple of times on my videos. I don't like to do that. In fact, I actually quite like to keep the mistakes in. I don't know, some people go for the perfect performance, but myself, I actually prefer the spirit. I think the spirit of the performance is far more important than the technicality of the performance. And I understand on YouTube, See, YouTube is a bit of a learning curve for me, because before, like, I kind of watched videos on YouTube, my playing was very loose. But I realized that the precedence for guitar playing now is to be very on the beat, very tight, everything to be very perfect. And that's kind of people's expectation now. So when they go in and see your video, if you're not playing every note perfectly to the beat, or as, for example, if you're playing like an Yngwie Malmsteen song. I had a video the other day and I got a lot of negativity. Even had one guy say shit, and then he put an emoji of a shit, which I thought was quite amusing actually. Just in case I didn't understand what shit meant. He just had to emphasize the fact that that's what it is. Because, you know, I just played it, I thought it was fun, but I didn't literally play every note as it should be. People criticize me for that. So, editing video, getting back to this, editing videos, the good thing about using Garageband is to get that perfect performance that people expect to get. And when I hear it, you can actually stitch it together. So sometimes I'll do that, but I try not to, because I don't like that. So if you actually watch my videos, sometimes I keep mistakes in. I think it's good, to be honest, because we all make mistakes, right? Anyone can play a song 25 times and get it perfect, right? But I told myself I'm not going to do it. I like the spirit of the performance, and if I make a mistake, as long as it's not like an insanely big mistake that actually goes against the performance, I'll keep the mistake in there. And I don't think a lot of people want to do that now. People want to give the impression that everything is perfect. And if you go back to the 60s and listen to the Beatles, arguably one of the greatest bands ever, or any stuff from the 60s and 70s, Led Zeppelin, that stuff is full of mistakes, right? That, you know, there's bits out of time, there's bits that shouldn't be there. If you time code it, they're speeding up and slowing down. So I think if it's good enough for the Beatles, then it should be good enough for us. Anyway, that's my rant. I'm sorry I'm ranting about about YouTube videos these days. So that's how I record it. Very simple. So I hope you enjoyed the video. This is kind of my first video of me talking in a video. Obviously I talk because everyone needs to talk. But I hope you like it, and hopefully I can do some more videos like this. And if anybody has any requests, I did actually get requests to do this video from Vincent Borres. Now he's got a very good YouTube channel. You should check it out. It's very good. And he suggested that I should make one of these videos. And of course, I actually I've never thought about making one of these videos before. And he suggested it, and I've been thinking about it for the last couple of weeks. And then he just sent me a message earlier and was like, you know, give me some like suggestions, because he's got tons of videos. He's done this. He's very good at talking. He's very good guitarist. So he kind of inspired me. I thought, oh, I'm gonna give it a go. Obviously my video is a bit rambling, so I just keep talking about stuff. But hopefully I can make a few more, and they can be insightful for you. I'm hoping to like do some more videos about like my guitar playing, like methods and stuff. Anyway, take care. Bye bye from Taiwan, and see you soon.